Hello, welcome. In this video, I'm gonna show the Denago folding one electric e-bike. I'm gonna unbox it, assemble what needs assembly, and there isn't much, and then I'm gonna take it for a ride.
Doesn't look like there's much for me to do here.
This is gonna be one really quick assembly. Is this even an assembly at this point? I don't know. I'm gonna start with the handlebars. Stuff those in. There's only one way they go in. I don't know what height I want them at yet, so I'll figure that out later. Oh, even the light is already on here. I've never seen one this style before.
Oh, fancy. It's got two clamps for the seat post and the seat.
It's time to get filthy.
I've never seen a company send bike grease. And according to the instructions, I put the grease where I would put the seat post. It's a good thing I wore crappy clothes today,
because I'm assuming bike grease is not that easy to get out of clothes. Okay.
I've never actually used bike grease.
Believe it or not.
Now, I can insert the pole, but that is way too high for me. Next and last, the pedals.
So one of them spins onto here clockwise and the other one counterclockwise. Even though this bike came mostly assembled, it's definitely a good idea to look over everything, especially the wheels, and make sure everything is tightened. To turn the bike on, hold down the button that has an M, and then the screen turns on. This e-bike really has some pick up and go. Maybe it's not so obvious in the video, but I definitely felt it. If you have it set on any of the pedal assists, it really goes forward, like it jerks forward. It has 5 different pedal assist modes. You just click the plus button or the minus button to adjust those. 1 is slowest, 5 is the fastest.
Normally the throttle's over here, but this is a gear shifter, Shimano 7-speed. This is the throttle. And from a dead stop, it does nothing. So you do have to pedal first in order for that to kick on. I also have it on pedal assist 5 right now, so it's going pretty quickly. I don't have a body harness, so I'm just gonna hold the camera. Yeah, I don't feel safe doing that. I don't feel safe going 20 miles an hour just one-handed. But max speed is 20 miles an hour. I know that's not the speed it says right now, but that is the max speed. I know I just said the max speed is 20 miles an hour, but that's for the throttle. So if you're using full electric mode and just holding down that throttle, it'll cap out at 20 miles an hour. On pedal assist, you can get it to go up to 25 miles an hour. Now when it comes to the throttle, there's only one setting, so as soon as you push that button down all the way, it's gonna go 20 miles an hour. You can try to ease off the throttle and go a little bit slower, but it's not gonna be as smooth of a ride. It just feels a little jerky to me unless I have it pushed all the way down. Yeah, I didn't realize that this camera doesn't fit onto the GoPro body harness. I mean, it kinda does with an attachment, which I don't have, so I gotta order that. I had to switch to a new camera, so I'm currently using the Insta360 X4. I had the GoPro Hero 7 Black, but it broke. It was having overheating issues for a long time, and one day it just didn't turn on. So here we are, over $500 later. I don't know how the sound on this is gonna go, because this is my first time actually talking into the camera. We'll see, because I just bought the camera and the stick, and then I was quite a wallop. So there's no wind muff or anything on this. It's just the way it is. So back to the bike, I guess. The range on this is, well, it depends how you use it. If you're using it full throttle, full electric mode, you're gonna get about 30 miles. If you're just doing pedal assist 1 and pedaling, then it's 57 miles. On 2 it's 51, on 3 it's 41, on 4 it's 35, and on 5 it's 31.
It has a Shimano 7-speed gear shift system, but with e-bikes, I usually just put it on one setting and that's it. You might have noticed that one of my hands looks kind of silly. Not the one holding the handlebars, the other one. It's holding a selfie stick, but with this camera, the selfie stick is invisible. It's powered by a 500 watt hub motor, and it's a lighter weight motor. It still has plenty of torque, so I know I didn't go up my famous hill, my only hill in my area, but let me tell you, it definitely can. I opted to go in a different direction on my trail, so that's why I didn't hit the hill that time. But anyways, yeah, I definitely felt that this bike was lighter than most, which means I can easily fold it up and lift it into my car, whether the back seat or the trunk, because my car is small. So the total weight for the bike is 62 pounds. And if that's still too heavy for you when you're folding it, you do have the option to remove the battery. So that's what the key is for. It's not to start the bike. This e-bike is UL 2849 certified. So what the heck does that mean? You've probably heard some horror stories about e-bikes starting on fire. Now, I've heard the stories, but I've never had that happen, and I have accidentally left them on the charger overnight or for like 3 days. So far so good, nothing's happened. So with the UL 2849 testing process, it ensures that there won't be electrical fire or shock. So that's a good thing. They say this bike fits riders 5'1" to 6'5". I'm somewhere in the middle, coming in at 5'8", but let me show you a couple of photos so you can see it on a shorter person and a taller one. So here is Tam at 5'2" tall, and here's Jonathan at 6'1".
Since this is a review, I have to complain at least about one thing. So my top complaint about this e-bike, the seat. My bum hurts a little bit. It's not as cushy as I like them to be. But luckily the seat is the easiest thing to replace on an e-bike. But hey, at least the back has this lovely wood panel. I do like that. And for my second complaint, to turn the headlight on, you have to push the plus button down. I prefer when it's a separate button. What else can I say about this e-bike? Well, it's got mechanical disc brakes. I do like that little white stripe on the tires. The tires are 3 inches thick, so not quite fat tire, but also not skinny, so they roll over things pretty easily. It doesn't feel tipsy at all. It's a sturdy bike, and I like the overall look of it. I think it's a very handsome bike, but I would replace the seat. But I wouldn't have replaced my old camera if it didn't break. And the reason I got the Insta360 X4 is because when I posted a YouTube short, and I also posted on Instagram, most of you said to go with this camera and that I wouldn't regret it, and I don't regret it. Also, Jay Hayes recommended this camera as well. Many of you probably remember him from the vape days. He still does that, but he also does e-bike videos now as well, and they're really good. Alrighty then, so that's it. If you're interested in this e-bike, I'll have a link down below in the video's description. Cheesy outro. It's cheesy outro time. You've waited all of this time for it. You know you did. Toodaloo-doo-lee-doo. Yeah.